Okay, greetings and welcome to another episode of the Planetary Persuader. I am Cosmic Kev, your host. This is for the weekend beginning October 12th, Friday, 2018. Looking in the sky today, we would see the moon in the actual constellation of Scorpio. Now, looking in the planet scheme, of course, it was a very sad week for many of us here in the good old US of A. But because of Blackout Brett and all that stuff. But we have some good things happening. We have things to be happy about. There is like a spiritual revolution going on, and of having a more advanced empathy and a higher aesthetic. That's because of Neptune and Pisces. And we really want to work with the earth and make it so that all living beings have a chance. And Uranus in Taurus is the perfect setup for this. On Saturn in Capricorn, we have to be real about our limitations. We have to show what's maturing us, what's refining us, what's making us better people. And then we have Jupiter in Scorpio. Now in Scorpio in both systems too, because just yesterday it went out of the constellation of Libra right into Scorpio. Yeah, on the sky actually. So that's the actual constellation, the sidereal. Jupiter's left sidereal Libra, and it's in Scorpio now in both systems. Looking at Mars is in sidereal Capricorn, but it's in Western Aquarius, and so it's time for us to use our energy to protect and help get rid of the ails of the poorer people and people that have been disenfranchised, which is basically everybody except for billionaires and very few privileged people, and some of that privilege extends culturally to poor white men too, but it's they're still more likely to end up in prison, so which are kind of like the lowest caste of people. So it's there's a big debate going on, I suppose. There is also Venus retrograde in Scorpio. And some people, I've heard some other astrologers and Western astrologers call this, oh, this is a dark goddess, and this is, all the anger coming out and everything, and sure, I mean, there's some of that, but let's talk a little bit about some other meanings of retrograde planets. So Venus is in the actual constellation of Libra this whole time, and so that is about creativity, and the scales of Libra traditionally in Vedic astrology and Jyotish are not about so much justice as they are about going to the market and making a deal with somebody. Okay, you've got a little bit of gold here, I'll make a deal with you. You want this? I'll give you that. You can try some of this, try some of that. So it's all about bargaining. And the other thing is aesthetics, it's art. The three nakshatras that rule Libra, Shitra, Swati, and Vishaka, they all have a certain kind of aesthetic about them. Whether we're talking about the pearl of Shitra, or that tender reed blowing in the wind of Swati, or the triumphant gateway to Vishaka, or the potter's wheel, there's something involved in creativity that we find in Libra. And whenever a planet goes retrograde, it slows down, and it means its beam is actually more powerful. And so this is a powerful time for an artist, and we are just getting over this week. Earlier this week, we had the constellation of Saraswati, which is beautiful for artists when you have Mercury, Jupiter, and Venus conjoining each other. And the Saraswati yoga is a really good thing, and that's happening too, or it happened. And so there should be sort of a release this weekend, and a feeling of, hey, let's make friends, let's get along, let's reach out to each other, let's learn to forgive, let's protect those who are less fortunate, let's protect our women and children and poor people. And and people that are handicapped, or they're Not, not in the more popular heterosexual realms of sexuality. So here we are. And let's go one by one with your sign on the planetary persuader.